want to talk about how I prepared for this 25K trail race in 4 weeks. Let's rewind all the way back to like April 4th.
Okay.
It's a Sunday.
We're just sitting around the house.
We're just sitting around the house.
Doing nothing.
Lounging on a Sunday.
Wait, didn't someone talk to you about this?
No, this is the race that I did 3 years ago.
Well, I know what race it is, but I thought someone was like, hey, I'm gonna do blah, blah, blah race.
No.
No, why did I think that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I talked to myself. Hey, self, we should do this. So what I want to do is show you guys how I trained for this race in 4 weeks flat.
You sure did. And I briefly considered doing it also.
You did.
And then didn't run at all. You did not couch to 25K this.
No.
He was working out. Like he was already
I cycle and I lift weights and I run on the treadmill a little bit here and there anyway.
But you work out 6 days a week.
Yeah.
On the regular. So it's not like this is an unfit person doing this.
It's not couched to 25K.
Right.
By the way, 25K on this race is about 17 miles.
Yeah, ish.
It's not exactly 25K. It's a trail race.
It's a trail race. They don't really measure.
It's give or take. So anyway, going back Sunday, April 4th, I remembered this race and I said, hey, I'm going to do this. And I invited a couple other people to do it with me. First of all, I'll say, I was a little concerned about how to like increase my mileage because the longest I had run up until this point all year long was probably about 5 miles.
But that's like a third of the race already.
Yeah, it's about a third of the race.
That's a good base to start with, I think.
I wasn't running 5 miles regularly.
No, but you could
but
go
I was doing it once or twice a week.
Do 5 miles.
Yeah.
That's a good base.
It's a good base to run with. Okay, so you told me to run less. You said run 3 days a week. And I took your advice.
Yeah, that was my suggestion because...
I don't always take her advice.
But you should. I mean, come on.
But I did on this one.
I mean...
It paid off.
Come on. I think it was because you were also cycling.
I was also cycling, I was also lifting. And
because I didn't want you to develop overuse injuries from jumping into it too quickly, like shin splints, plantar fasciitis, IT band syndrome, piriformis syndrome.
Which I get easily. The IT band.
Which, if you just go from like 0 to 60 when it comes to running, like you will get something.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I suggested the 3 days a week. Are we allowed to talk about CrossFit yet?
I was doing CrossFit like twice a week.
I find that the workouts lead into training for something else well.
I will say that's the benefit of CrossFit, I think, above all else, is that you can make your training time shorter.
Correct.
And honestly, if you love to just work out in the gym, training for any races, triathlons, marathons, half marathons, trail races, it actually eats up your time in the gym because you just can't do it all.
It absolutely does. And it eats up your ability to do those races or even training because your legs are sore all the time.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know.
I know. So day 1, I did your spinning class and then I worked out again at lunch. So I did a 2 day.
Like always. You regularly do it.
So you're going to see a couple days in here where I've done 2 workouts in a day. Mm-hmm. But based on your recommendation, I was running Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday were my run days.
That was my suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you look here, I hit my first Tuesday with a 5.5 mile run. Took me about 48 minutes. Mm-hmm. What we're not showing here is how much elevation. I tried to put hill training in all of these runs.
Right, which is important.
Because this trail race that we're going to do, and I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute, actually has about 3,000 feet of elevation.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot in 15 miles.
It's like, not a flat course.
Like that's a lot. When it comes to trail running, it's almost more important to train the elevation than the distance. That's what's going to get you.
So I took Wednesday off, ran Thursday, also hit just above 5 miles. But the following day is when I did the big cycling trip in Yellowstone.
Yeah, which is a ton of like exercise time.
Yeah, that was like a 4-hour trip, but we weren't working hard. That was very low heart rate, long time, and a little bit of sightseeing, quite frankly. A lot of waiting.
Some pictures.
A lot of waiting for buffalo. If you haven't seen that video, link up here. It's in the doobly-doo.
It's in the bloop.
Can I say... I can't say doobly-doo, that's yours. After that long ride on Friday, I woke up and did a long run on Saturday. And I actually ran longer than I meant to run. I ran 9.5 miles.
Yeah, I thought that was a little insane.
Got a lot of elevation in that one too. Take Sunday off, go to Monday. I cycled again like always. Ran on Tuesday, did the same 5 miles. Did cardio on Wednesday, I did a 2-a-day on Thursday.
You did?
I did strength in the morning and ran at lunch. My run again was 5 miles. I was just hitting that 5 mile mark over and over.
It's such a good number. If you can bust out 5 miles, I feel like you can do almost anything.
I'm doing it on my lunch break, so I don't have,
yeah.
I'm really trying to squeeze in that hour lunch, right? So then I get to Saturday. I took Friday off, by the way.
I also thought this Saturday run was insane.
Yeah, I really increased the mileage. I almost got to 13.
I thought that was too big of a jump.
I was 12 and a half.
I bet you were hungry that day.
I was starving. Just a little hungry.
Dude, when you run double digits,
yeah.
The hunger. Oh my gosh.
I gotta tell you, I got to like the 10 mile mark and everything started to hurt that day.
Yeah.
And I really made sure I recovered well. When I got home, I rolled, I soaked, I stretched, I ate.
I bought this Arnica Epsom salts bath stuff. I'm telling you, it's magic.
It's so good.
It is so good. I used it today. I don't know what it does. It's this magical bath salts that like heal your body, heal your legs. It's amazing. So
I was so sore from that run. I woke up the next day on a Sunday, which I don't typically do a lot of workouts on Sunday. I had to ride. I went for a 40-minute light fat bike ride.
Active recovery.
Active recovery. I was really just trying to get the blood flowing through those muscles so they wouldn't really get too tight on me. I spun with you on Monday.
Yep.
Didn't run on Tuesday because I was still feeling very sore from that Saturday ride. So that Wednesday, I did the strength in the morning and then I ran in the evening. And then I went running again on Thursday because I needed to get my miles in. But you can see I was really low here.
It was
3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Strength on Friday and then a long run on Saturday. Now here's what I changed up on this Saturday. This was my first trail run. I had been running everything else on the road.
Really?
It's an old volcano route that we do, so we go up the top, around the caldera, 2 or 3 times and down. So I went around 3 times down and then back up and down.
Dude,
trying to get the extra elevation.
I can't believe you did that face twice.
I think I had like 2,600 feet of elevation, and that was 9 miles that day.
That face is one of the
brutal.
Steepest.
It's steep.
It is like
there's chains to hold yourself up.
It's like an 800-foot gain in 3/4 of a mile.
So I was a little sore after that one for a couple days. So I didn't do anything on Sunday. Did strength session, even skipped spinning that day.
You haven't gone to spinning in the last 2 weeks, can I just say?
I had to give something up. So anyway, did strength on Tuesday and then ran at lunch again. And this one was a little longer run. I got a 6 mile run in. No. That was the day we went and did the trail in the afternoon.
That's the day we went and ran because I needed to go be outside.
So there was my next trail run. So I had 2 in a couple days there. Did strength on Wednesday, strength on Thursday. Took an extra run off on that week because I needed extra time off.
I was so sore after that trail run.
I was sore.
Like a week.
I was sore as well. And so then I get to Saturday. Now this is on my last Saturday of training. By the way, this is just this past Saturday. I didn't have much time because I had a lot of things planned that day.
You got up so early.
I got up at 5 o'clock. We ran the volcano, ran the old butte.
Right.
I got in 8 miles in an hour and 40 minutes. So that was early morning, did all my stuff in the day, and then did a bike ride that evening.
I want to talk about this bike ride because I've done this ride one time, and basically it's a switchback climb for an hour. Actually, I climbed for an hour and I didn't even make it to the top. Like, it's switchback mountain bike climbing like this for an hour. And then you turn around and ride back down.
And then it's 10 minutes coming down.
Yeah, like 10 minutes. And you're like on the brakes. Don't fly off the edge on the way back down. That is a very difficult ride.
Yeah, and Ryan got all the way to that junction. I wasn't pushing it hard because I was going with the boys.
It's still a climb.
But it was the blood flow that just helped my legs stay mobile. I really enjoyed it. Okay. So this week is my, what they call the taper week, right?
Right, the pull back rest.
Pulling back, yeah. And so I just did a light run of 3 miles on Tuesday. Didn't spin with you again. Did a little light weight training on Wednesday. Did another light run today. Today's Thursday.
And tomorrow's
rest, and then race day on Saturday. Now let me talk to you about my race strategy. This is the course.
Okay.
It's got time and distance. So you can see.
That first climb is how many miles?
It's about 5 to 6 miles, and it's 1,500 feet. It's way easier than the training run I've been doing.
But that's 6 miles of climbing.
So last time I did this race was 3 years ago. It was my first trail race ever.
It rained the whole
climb. It stopped raining when I got to the top of this climb.
Of course it did.
And then I fell apart from down here to up here
Because you pushed the climb too
because I
hard.
pushed the climb so hard. So that was what I learned. I went out of the gate way fast. I was trying to race a friend of mine who's really good downhill, by the way. So
Well, and he's so tall.
I beat him to the top, and then he kicked my butt
Yeah.
throughout the rest, and he beat me by 10 minutes.
Well, that's, especially in a race of this long, like 17, 18 miles, you do not win it in the first 5 miles.
No. So here's my new plan. I'm gonna lightly jog and hike the first climb.
So smart.
Game plan this time is to spend the first hour just really going lightly, not worrying about my ego and not worrying about everybody else that's gonna be passing me.
That is so hard.
Yeah.
Can I just throw that out? That is so hard to be passed up
Listen,
by
in the
almost
back of my head, I feel like my ego is still gonna win.
Yeah, you gotta.
I've gotta be able to say that the ego is the enemy.
The ego is the enemy. And I have done so many running races. You have got to calm down when the gun goes. Like, it's so, you're so, like, I want to go and I want to race. And it is going to come back and bite you in the butt. On my running playlists, I put a slow song as my #1 song.
Oh, that's a good strategy.
To force myself to calm down and warm up.
Interesting fact about this particular race. No music allowed.
None at all?
No, you have to sign an agreement saying you're not going to listen to music on this run. They don't want you to have headphones in because they want you to be aware of others on the trail, and they're trying to build community, and I appreciate it. So
Yeah.
to support that, I'm all in. I am really hoping my time comes in about 3 to 3:15.
Okay. You're thinking slower than last time.
I was 3:10 last time, I think is what my time was, 3:10 to 3:15. I think I'm going to be about that. I was in better shape last time, but the course was in much poorer shape.
And maybe you have a better strategy this time.
Well-
Don't underestimate the importance of the strategy.
So here's the thing is, I can't let that get in my head. I have got to make that decision after I get over the first climb. If I've got time to break my time, it's not going to be done in the first 5 miles.
No, it won't.
It's going to have to be done in the last 10.
Right.
So that's the strategy. The race is this weekend. The race is probably right around the time that this video goes up. So cheer me on. I'm going to share episode #2 where I'm actually going to take the GoPro on the trail with me.
Oh, fun.
And try to give like status updates. And well, you guys can check in and see if my game plan
Goes according to plan?
goes according to plan. Because usually, if you guys have followed my channel for any period of time, nothing goes as planned. Ever.
What I know for a fact is at least one point during this race, you're going to wonder why in the world you signed up for it, why you are out there.
Yeah.
And so if you already know, be like, this is going to happen. What am I going to tell myself when that happens? That helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure. All right. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've got any suggestions for how I should train for my next race, because I did this poorly,
Whatever. I thought you killed it in a month.
let us know in the description. If you got any of your own races planned, let us know, because I would love to cheer you guys on as well. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time.